rescue efforts so far?
Okay, well, approximately 1 o'clock last night, or right there in the middle of the night, we were notified of the fact that the Escapade ran aground. They contacted Station Tybee. Station Tybee in turn called Sector Charleston, and Sector Charleston, started the process with the salvage operations, or how do we unground the vessel. They've been working. That's been the priority at first, was getting the vessel ungrounded, due to the fact that the sea state and the weather conditions weren't conducive to do an actual personnel transfer at the time. There was about 3-foot chop offshore and about 15-knot winds. So the priority was mainly that if we could refloat the vessel, get the vessel off, that would have been the best option. However, weather conditions didn't permit that. So we've gone to now more of a personnel transfer, where we're taking all the 97 passengers that are on the Escapade. We're taking them off. We're putting them on the motor vessel Maria Bray. The Maria Bray is going to bring them in here to Station Tybee, and then Island Express Transportation Service is going to pick up all the passengers from here and take them back to the embarkation point.
Wonderful. So what's going to happen with the ship? What is the prognosis for getting the ship off the sandbar?
Yep. Once we get all the passengers off, because right now that's our #1 priority, safety of all the passengers. There's been no injuries reported from the crew and or the passengers, so that's a positive sign. Once we get all the passengers off, we'll refocus again on the salvage operations. The next high tide is at 1:24 in the morning. So at 1:24 in the morning, they're going to start the next salvage operations to try to float the vessel and get it off the sand.
Now, I understand that this afternoon's high tide was not as high as last night's when the vessel ran aground. Do you have a higher tide window this
I would have
evening?
to refer to the tide charts. I haven't looked at them personally. I know the command center is looking at that, and that's part of their considerations with the salvage operations. It's a very detailed plan that they're looking at, and all the people at the command center in Charleston are putting all those circumstances and criticalities in place to get the best optimal salvage operation.
Is the crew staying with the ship, with the boat?
It's my understanding that the crew is staying with the ship right now, but I don't know if they're coming off. I'm sure they'll have to stay there for part of the salvage.
And then, so they're going to be transported, the passengers come here and will be transported back to the dock where they left?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No signs of pollution?
No pollution threat at this time.
Water breach?
No, ma'am. The hull is looking good. There's no damage to the vessel, no pollution threat at this time. That is a consideration. We are always continuing to monitor that in case the situation deteriorates. We have people on standby to handle any kind of pollution issue, but at this time it's not. There is no threat. If that becomes a situation later, we'll be ready to react to that.
Terrific. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.